like just a couple years ago. Sort of my practice. I was like, oh, I did it last night. Yeah. Like the house, like the field kind of island thing was over time, and there was like beams of light bringing the eyes, but then there was hail on the beam, right? And it was like, so and then because the course in there was like a wheel that had been run over, it was like high.
There's a lot of radio interference around here. Try switching to the regular antenna or microphone, see what happens. Oh, that made a huge difference. Alright, we're not going to use the on-cap, the extra mic then. A little choppy, but there's not much I can do about that. The encoder is a bit weird. I haven't figured out how to fix that yet.
I checked with the Algonquin tribal council also to check to see if it was okay to fly a flag on their territory. And
A lot of people just put up real fast.
you guys are very sympathetic.
You know, COVID.
She was all good with that because we are good. I just wanted to let you know. Yeah, on Facebook, I remember at the beginning, I go with a different name. I'm at the emails as my activist profile, and I'm called Verendrye. So I'm in a flat hat. So I got really paranoid. Yeah, and I've seen you. I saw your that you did. I believe.
Walk around for a minute, I guess, and see what's here. Not used to holding a whole tripod like this. Let's see, how can you get in there? freelance YouTuber.
Okay.
So I'm live streaming right now with on the YouTube. Just I usually come out whenever there's something happening and follow people around.
Okay. Can we ask any questions?
I wouldn't mind doing that. I just haven't really planned much yet.
Yeah. So generally, like, these are political events. We definitely ask that people that are taking any footage, you know, be sensitive to people's privacy. If you want to interview someone, that's their business.
Yeah.
But if they ask that they blur their face, we'd really appreciate it if you accept that. I know this is a bit of, like, this is your career. This is a bit limiting, but yeah, people are here to support, and
So that's why I'm here too.
Yeah, don't want to be getting any trouble from it. Online for a very quiet, peaceful demonstration. So, do you think that's fair and acceptable?
Well, if somebody asks me specifically, I can go back and
Go over it?
go over it, but it's a live broadcast.
Pass it around.
But I can't edit it.
Yeah,
in
I
post.
understand if it's live, you can't really do anything about it live.
Masks help.
Masks help. Most people are wearing masks. Well, okay, yeah. Thanks for
Yeah, for sure. That was interesting. Not surprising, but hey, what can you do? I mean, like it said right on the instructions, you're supposed to be wearing a face mask, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do, blur a face mask. If you do see yourself on here and you don't want to be on here, just leave a message and tell me the timestamp and I'll go in later and remove it. It's pretty easy to blur it in post using the YouTube video editor, and I'd be happy to do that if that's something you want.
I'm grateful.
His face is so cold for the way.
How's it going?
Good, good. So we just talked a bit about it. Again, like I said, we're trying to make sure people have privacy respected. Would there be a way you'd be willing to kind of shift where your setup is to get a different angle?
Sure. Where do you want to go?
Maybe from the front onlooking.
Yeah.
Like a bit behind. Where'd be a good... There's some bikes over there that you might be able to set up, pointing this way. It seems to be a bit more crowded on this side, but...
Yeah.
May I ask who your, what your channel is, or?
My name, Nathaniel Newton.
Okay. What kind of stuff do you cover?
Anything related to Ottawa, my own stuff. Like I posted on the Facebook page about this, that
Okay.
I was planning to do it.
Okay.
I was here last week as well.
Okay.
Oh, okay. The one that was just for like an hour or so?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Oh, well done. All right.
That one got pretty much unanimously good ratings on the video.
Okay.
Got some good comments.
Yeah, so if you'd be good doing that reposition to on one of the sides of the plane, we'd appreciate that, and it helps people. Yeah, just because a lot of the people that are going to be speaking are going to be a bit more up here, and you'll still be able to.
Yeah, it'll be a better
them, but it
video.
won't be so firmly in the crowd.
Yeah.
All right, sure.
Thanks again.
No problem.
Sure.
May I take a picture?
Goodbye. So sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Excuse me. Maybe next time I'll just come with my phone. Big cameras are making people confused. Or concerned, I should say.
Yes. And close them up closer. I mean, not like super close because of the thing, but like. Solid. Well, thanks for everyone for coming out today on this very clear day stand for Indigenous rights. We have a whole bunch of people who are going to speak to some of the issues that are happening on their territory. Some big populace, some also
Of course, now I can't hear anything.
Right now, like Pekiwewin out of Verendrye, and also the Secwepemc and California out west as well. So just to start off, I just wanted to say territory acknowledgement, recognizing that we are on surrender of all the territory, and that's important to keep in mind as we hold throughout today that many of us are visitors on this land, even those of us who are Indigenous are visitors as well. You recognize that also, just in terms of things, so wear your mask the entire time. I know it's not super fun, but please wear them throughout and also social distance if you can. We're trying to keep this as safe as possible in recognition of the pandemic, so please everyone in advance for complying with that as well. Louder? Oh my god, I can try. I will yell. Okay. Alright. Also just welcome to all of the singers, dancers, drummers that are coming out today. Very great to have folks here and support. Get us riled up as we go throughout this and make ourselves heard. Parliament and Trudeau. Alright, final things. I don't know where she's at right now, but Emma, if you're here, Emma has offered
that's better.
support for folks. Wait, that's great. That's Emma. That's Emma, everyone. So Emma has offered emotional support to folks. So if anyone needs it at any point in time, please see Emma. We also have folks that are going to be keeping us safe when we're blocking some intersections. So please also keep that in mind as well, that we will have folks doing that. We're not trying to instigate anything today. We're here to meet people. We're here to show solidarity. But please also keep that in mind throughout the course of this event. So, with all of that, I'm going to invite our first folks up. I'll let them introduce themselves. We have some of the Algonquin here to speak to this moratorium and also some of their experiences. So give it up for all of our our Algonquin relatives.
Hello everyone on Algonquin land. I usually let others all Algonquin territory that we had for weeks without seeing with minimal food. Sometimes you don't not even from, I don't know, just from trophy countries, but that they have more right to the land. And we have some countries in every single one that was passed. And it goes to the war or whoever it is, tells them that no, trophy countries has a deeper right to it. I don't understand how we can think there's a better right. I don't understand where do you think it's from? It's not a land. Much as the other one, being friends with you and over, friends. We had one guy gave us one and a half and it's so disgusting how much when all we wanted to do was very hard. So much. And all we did was bring that's my twin, and really I'm from my friends, my family, you know, like we didn't live here time immemorial. And what does that mean? That means that this is our home. And when we're up there in the woods and in the past 2 months, like you said, we've seen things, we've lived things, we've experienced things all together that brought communities together for the first time in a really, really long time, because settler colonialism destroyed a big part of us, a big part of our indigenous people all across Turtle Island, and that's why we're here today, because we need each other, we need our allies, we need every single person that's here today and then some, every single person that are in these buildings listening to us, looking at us, all eyes on us, because whose home is this? This is our home, and we're all visitors, and we love our guests, and like Jake said, this is all for love. You You know, like those people swearing at us, calling us savages on the highway the other day. We responded in love. We said, you know what, regardless of how you feel, we want you to have a good day because we're here just to remind you that we suffer differently. That just because you think you have the right to come onto our territory, kill our moose, make me pick up a moose like off the highway, you know, like that's important. That's important to acknowledge the shit that we have to put up with as Indigenous people. You know, like I'm walking on the side of Highway 117 going to pick up a moose leg because it's wasteful. We use every single part of that animal. We tend to every single part of that animal. We love every single part of that animal. Other people have no island. We have our families. We have our relationships. You know, 1492 Land Act, let's go at it. Requested. All of these communities, the Big Mod relation. Those are our brothers and sisters, and we're standing here all together to ensure that our rights are visible and that we appreciate one another and that we can acknowledge it and go to the next step. So what is the next step? This is our responsibility collectively, not our responsibility alone. We need everyone on the same page together.
Hello everybody, can you all hear me? Okay, great recognize. My name's Shani Hafez. I'm Algonquin, and Syrian, also from Indigenous. So, we're on our territory right now. So prior to when these buildings were built here, our ancestors lived along this river. They say that when someone with their land came down the river, they lit up, burned the river. But we're still asking for donations because we want to be able to set up more permanent camp next year. And if you do have to camp out again next year, we're asking that everybody come out, especially if you live here in our territory. Everyone who's living here in our territory is dead. And we're asking support. All we're asking for is support. So next year, if you can come up, please come up and help us. We're low on numbers, we're stretched in, and we couldn't actually assert our jurisdiction to the full extent that we really wanted to because we were so low on numbers. So we had to support our people who have went into the bush and be a little more active to protect our lands and protect the bush. So, thanks for hearing me out and letting me share.
It's getting windy, so I'm going to try and hook up the other mic again now that I fixed the audio on. Hopefully it should sound better. Nope, that didn't help anything. There's way too much interference here, so we're gonna have to use the regular camera mic and not the top mic. I can't believe that's coming through the mic. She's not aiming the microphone towards the crowd. Or megaphone.
Am I right? They want regulations on wildlife livelihood, and I say no. systemic racism. We are Mi'kmaq. We are a sovereign nation. We govern ourselves. So I tell the DFO, I tell the government, back off. Racism on social media, and there's lots of it. I want you, allies, Mi'kmaq, Indigenous, everybody alike, call them out. Call them out! Call them out! Call them out! Call them out! Thank you guys so much. I can't believe one guy walked up to my team, fights back and punches in the face in front of police. Shame! How shameful is this day and age? Back in 1999, the DFO told us that we need the moderate license for regulations. So the Supreme Court gave us the moderate license, the market decision. The markets don't know, but it's not saying Marshall too. The Marshall too is like, oh, you only can feed your family. And they're like, no, that is not, no. You cannot tell us that we're only allowed to feed our families. Because we also deserve to get out of poverty. Am I right? Thank you guys so much, Raleigh, and we marching alongside you. Thank you guys so much. An Indigenous knowledge keeper said to us that it is time for our communities to walk together again. We are here to declare our solidarity with the community struggling for justice from coast to coast. Indigenous and Black people face constant violence from police, and this must stop. Blockades and protests. Ottawa and those who represent us on a municipal level. Enough is enough. The time is now. Justice may have been denied in the trial and the killing of Haudenosaunee, and the SIU refused to investigate Greg Ritchie's killing. But we can still choose justice as a city and make our community safer from police. We have 5 demands. Freeze the police budget now. Reallocate funds to Indigenous and Black communities. Fire violent and racist police. Demand municipal control of police and non-police mental health intervention. 70% of people who die at the hands of police in this country are in a mental health crisis. Indigenous and Black people are in moral danger if they have a mental health crisis and the police show up. They need to stop sending untrained people with guns when our neighbors and loved ones are in crisis.
And just to add, deliver our 5 demands and to support a motion for non-police mental health intervention this Wednesday, the day after tomorrow, October 28th at 10:30 a.m. on the Linsker side of City Hall. We'll be asking City Council to vote for more measures to protect our communities. Thank you. Be good.
It's back on now. Alright, so we're actually going to get started with our march. So, for the march, we're going to have drummers at the front and Indigenous folks at the front and allies to be behind. Just a reminder that we're also going to have our blockers around as well, so there will be folks that are keeping us safe. If you have any issues with police or anyone else, please talk to the blockers, get a hold of them. They'll be walking around on the edges, so please watch out for them. So we can get our drummers. Also, if there are folks with banners as well, if you want to hold your banners during it, if we can also have you closer to the front, that would be great.
We're going handheld now.
Every fire is sacred. So any dancers, you're welcome to come into the center for your side step.
Ready to start this walk.
Everyone get into a big circle, surround it over here. And we suggest that if you're, protective and whatnot. Anyways.
Hey, Meredith. These are my friends.
Now, is it cool if y'all do bird arms and make sure that we're social distancing as well? Yeah. Yeah, we're demonstrating what needs to be done by, everyone do the bird arm, make sure that there's enough room. If you can do a circle, that's dope. If you don't, if you can't, then maybe move forward a bit, or move back a bit so you could, So we're gonna do a round dance, but no touching, obviously. We're still in pandemic, so yeah. Thank you for holding the space. Thank you for circling us and following procedures. We're going to continue forward with marching. So we're going to ask that the Indigenous folks are up in front with the drummers and the banners following. And I'll like behind. Yeah.
Oh, I know. I'm sorry.
Everybody do the bird arm. Come on, you look real stoic doing this, okay? Yeah, there we go. Get some like exercise. We're definitely getting our exercise in today. Okay. I just want to take a moment, and I'm going to speak real quick. I'm going to introduce myself and say I'm Ani, Indigenous. That's about all I know from my ancestry's language. And that's really sad when you think about it. So my name is Celine DeBosky. I'm only 20 years old, but I've lived here on unceded Algonquin territory since 2006, so about 14 years. But I am originally from Surrey, BC. I'm Dene and Ojibwe. My mom is Ojibwe from Chiging First Nation. But yeah, my family out west right now. I have two sisters that are really involved with the Wet'suwet'en checkpoint. They're there, they're defending against the CGL pipeline. Yeah. So far my sister Sabina has already been arrested by the RCMP during the first raid. Yeah. Luckily, she's okay and all of them are safe. But we can't keep living like this. We can't keep protesting because, you know what, there's not going to be anything to protest and stand up for. We just keep letting colonialism and capitalism win. If people keep this veil covering their eyes from seeing the true, bigger picture. Both of my parents went to residential school, so as a person that is the daughter of two survivors, I take a lot of pride in being a part of my ancestry. Take a lot of pride in being my parents' daughters and being Ojibwe and Dene. Now, I often acknowledge my privilege when I first talk because I have a lot of it. I do. Now, being an Indigenous woman, that might not seem like there's a lot of privilege with that being said. You look at statistic numbers of missing and murdered Indigenous women. You look at the health situation, and you know what? Like, people would be more mad about what happened with Joyce. We've lost so many people. We've lost so many people throughout, our history. There's so many historical hardships that we could, list off, and you know what? It's really sad that we have to list them off. There are people that get to grieve and honored, study our historical hardships. And I really hope that if you're studying any of that, you're here today, being on the right side of history. Now with privilege comes in different forms, shapes, sizes, obviously. Privilege is something that we all have to a certain extent, even if we don't want to acknowledge it or feel like, we're up against the world and between a rock and a hard place. We have privilege living in Ottawa, even though Ottawa is a racist city, and we deserve better. God damn. This privilege is the sense that we get to gather here today. We get to use our voices. We get to share our experiences and call out to our ancestors for strength and unity, and we get to practice our traditions. Because it wasn't too long ago that if we practiced our traditions, we would have been arrested. We would have been murdered. So we have privilege today using our voice. And I really hope that we continue to find our voice and use our privilege to strengthen people's voices as well. Now, I'm nervous. Oh my God. A little stage fright. But I'm really happy to see you guys here. I'm really happy that we get to hold this space and make sure that it's a safe and healthy one. That we get to, use our platform to speak out against injustices. Injustices that are going for far too long. Now, we live in a colonial and capitalistic country that only creates policy and legislation that benefits white supremacy. We see that so often, but no one no one wants to talk about it because, you know what, there's a difference between ignorance and ignoring it. Ignorance is a subconscious unawareness of what's going on in your environment. When you ignore it, you know. You know, you're aware, you're conscious of the injustices that are going on. But because it might not affect you personally firsthand, you choose to ignore it because it's easier. It's easier to, you know, just go about day-to-day life and not recognize that you're on stolen land. Land that was misused, that, you know, blood was shed over, you know, our kids were stolen. Slavery happens here too. We have to acknowledge that there's injustices not for just Indigenous people, but Black communities as well, and our Afro-Indigenous brothers and sisters. There's injustices around every corner. As long as we're living in this colonial, capitalistic state, we're going to have to keep marching. And I know it's exhausting. I know it's hard emotional labor, but it's labor that needs to be done. And we've seen it. We've seen it happen. We've seen strength in numbers before. A revolution does not have to mean war. A revolution means holding our governments accountable for their actions. It means holding space for those who need it. It means recognizing that we're all human. We all breathe the same air that we're polluting every single day. And we need to stop that. We need to stop these pipelines. We need to stop this poaching. We need to stop the injustices of Mother Nature. Because honestly, she's been fighting for us for so long. We need to do our part to make sure that she's healthy and restored. Because if she's not healthy and if she isn't restored, then how are we supposed to restore our bloodline? How are we supposed to heal from years and years of colonialism? Because that's the first step. Once Mother Nature is healed, so are we, because we're all connected. I'm going to pass the mic over to Jake and Lindsay, so we're going to
I just wanted to speak on the unity that I see here. Back in our land, when we did the Moratorium, our bands got together. Tribes that haven't got along in so many years. The last time Barriere Lake, Algonquin got along with you guys was before my time. I just think I was listening to you guys get along and came together for the land. The land comes first. I have family who would say, I never thought I would live here today. I'd go up with me standing side by side with my Haudenosaunee brothers and sisters. But now I would love to be there right now. I want to thank you. Go ahead! I want to speak of that unity. It's so important. And it doesn't stop there. After we unify, I want to start my Black brothers and sisters too.
I want to be with them, beside them, and share their struggles and like overcome them with them. It's going to take all of us. It doesn't just stop at the Moratorium. It stops when we're able to deal with this depression. And when they start oppressing us, that's when we'll stop. Then we'll take a little bit of a break after that. Until then, revenge.
Testing. Okay. Cool. So if you haven't seen me on the hill talking, my name is Victoria. I am a proud Anishinaabe from Kanienkehà on my father's side, from Secwepemc and Winnoway, but those are reserved, but where my mom came from, Hunter's Point. So on both my sides, it was very important for both my families to be hunters and provide for our community. And that's why I think the moratorium spoke to me so deeply, is because I had that connection inside of me and like that calling to support who my family was or is. But one thing, I've been holding this joy coaster all day, but I've also been holding it at the flow down, and I have a nursing background. And this is really important as a brown person in healthcare. What we do here today does make a difference to Indigenous patients in the hospitals, in the clinics, in our community. We don't realize the impact that we are making here today for those patients, for those people who are vulnerable. You know, like they go into the hospital up north in Milwaukee, they experience racism like no other person. They wait twice as long, 3 times as long, 10 times as long, and they're in an anaphylactic shock. They ate something they're allergic to, but yet the person got a little cough because of the color of their skin gets seen by physicians. That is not okay. But you know what I mean? Like, these are realities that we face, and that's only an hour and 20 minutes north of here. We don't have the same luxury as our white relatives. We don't. And that's why I keep talking about the importance of allyship, because we cannot make change without our friends. And that's why I love what Jason says, because we need to stand all together today, but we need to continue to do that for our Black relatives. We need to do that. We're going to travel. I'm going to Six Nations, man. But another thing, just the last thing I want to say while I have the microphone, you know, we could not come here, we cannot do this without the people that have stepped before us on these roads. We cannot be here without them. And we really need to take a moment to acknowledge all the hard work that our elders have done, that our families have done, that our grandparents have lost. All their journeys are important. We're only here because of them. You know, so we do need to take that moment. We need to think about them. We need to respect them. But
my name is Shadi Hafiz, also Anishinaabe from Kanienkehà, Syrian as well. And I just want to remind people that right now we're standing like on the borderlands of Quebec and Ontario. We never recognized these borders, and we never recognized these lines. This line was built on top of our land, on top of our traditional heritage. It divided our nation. And it kept some of us over there in Quebec and some of us over here in Ontario, and we had to deal with different colonial states. And the reality is that the colonialism that the different states enact is different. And over there, they seem to think that there's no such thing as systemic racism within their systems over there. They don't acknowledge that it exists on that side of the river. But we know our communities are located in there, and we have to deal with those systems, and we have to deal with those people over there every single day. And there is systemic racism there. And there is just racism, period, over there. So we need to let them know that that exists on that side of the river, that this line that they created right through the middle of our highway, of our migration route, is nothing. It's bogus. It's nonsense. And every single time these police officers here that are surrounding us, every single time, not when they just kill us, every time that they arrest us, every time that they stop us to harass us, every time they even talk to us to enforce their colonial law. It's a violation of our inherent right to self-determination. We never told Canada, we never told Quebec or Ontario that they could have this land, that they could build these cities on their land, and that they could enforce their laws upon our people. Every single time that they stop us, it's a violation of our rights. So I just want everyone to remember that we're on our lands, on Algonquin territory, on Algonquin and Anishinaabe territory, these islands here, that we're going to be right here, Victoria Islands here, whatever, what's that one called? Shirley Island. Our ancestors used to stay on those islands, and when people would pass through the islands, we would charge them a toll, so they knew whose territory they were on. Anytime other nations would come through, they would have to give gifts to our people as recognition of our jurisdiction here in this territory. And this is something that we as Algonquin and Anishinaabe want to revitalize, is a recognition that this is unceded territory. We never gave up this land. We never gave permission for this colonial apparatus, this parliament, and the Supreme Court, and Indian Affairs over there, and all these buildings to be built along our watersheds, and along our land here. So I just want us to all be cognizant of that, and to remember that. And every time that we do this as an Anishinaabe, that we're stopping the roads right now here, we're reasserting our jurisdiction as Anishinaabe people, our laws here, that we don't recognize these colonial laws that have been enforced upon us, that we don't recognize the authority of the Ottawa police, or the RCMP, or the government upon our people. They're enforcing their laws, nothing to be. And I just want everyone to know that. That's all. Thank you much.
So sorry, can everyone hear me now? Okay. You know, being an Indigenous person or a person of color, you meet a lot of non-Indigenous people that don't understand our ways. They don't respect us. They disrespect our treaties. They disrespect the lands that they're currently occupying that are ours. And, you know, it means so much to us that all of these allies are here. My Mishomis, my grandfather, once told me that for the bridge to be closed between non-Indigenous people and Indigenous peoples, we need to stand together. We need to fight together. So it means so much to my community and so many others that you're all here with us today, fighting these fights that we continuously deal with on a daily basis. Be blessed. Thank you. Okay, so I have like really bad problems with speaking in public, but I mean right now I feel really comfortable because I'm surrounded by a community who accepts me and who supports me. I'm gonna cry. Not many of you know me. My name is Jessie Kikisak. I'm 14. I'm turning 15 next month, and I just wanted to thank everybody who came, and thank the allies, and thank the people who brought sons, the people who brought their children, the people who brought their friends. I just want to thank everybody for being here and supporting us and standing with us. My mom is in the hospital currently. She's been in the hospital for over 2 years, suffering multiple mental health problems, physical problems, and she's not getting the help that she deserves. She's being treated differently because she is Indigenous. It's happening in Ottawa, it's happening in our hospitals, it's happening in Montfort Hospital, the General Hospital. My mom isn't getting the justice she deserves because she is Indigenous, because she's different. And I just wanted to say that justice for Joyce, she deserved so much better. She was a beautiful Indigenous woman who didn't get the help that she deserved. And I just wanted to say that, I guess.
is that better? Yeah. So, ani bojo sanchekiwao. My name is Gabrielle Fayan. I come from the traditional territories, or the actually receded territories of the Métis people in northern Alberta. We have 8 settlements to this day. My family comes from Fishing Lake Métis settlement, also known as Pekiwewin or Sputnow. And we're a very small group of people. So if you don't know about Métis settlements, please look them up. We are not recognized, nor do we want to be recognized by political organizations like the Métis National Council. We are our own autonomous Métis bodies, and a lot of people refer to us as Bush Métis, because we still live on the land. And that's how we've obtained our land, is by living on our traditional homeland. So, I'm not here to talk about that as much, but I'm here to talk about a message that was given to us by Ellen Gabriel. So those of you that don't know, Ellen Gabriel is this really awesome grandmother from Kanienkehà, who also fought during the resistance of Kanienkehà and has continued to fight ever since. And so I'm going to read this message that she left for us today. From Ellen Gabriel from Kanienkehà, greetings to all my relations. The time we are living in is one of uncertainty amidst a pandemic. And yet colonialism, assimilation, genocide continues without any hindrance. The colonial machine has kept chugging along without missing a beat. But we see their corruption, we see the colonial governments are not interested in peace, only violence to achieve their wicked endgame. As Indigenous peoples, we have witnessed the attacks against our elders, children, and people. We have risen on so many occasions to educate the public to the fact that their government is abusing Indigenous people. We, who are human beings, never having our rights respected, told continuously by Canada that they know what's best under their racist, paternalistic laws. We are not the obedient little Indians and half-breeds that Sir John A. Macdonald and Duncan Campbell Scott thought we'd be after the abuse Indigenous children experience in the Indian residential schools. Indigenous peoples are obliged under our own Ongwehoi Indigenous ancestral laws, which are kinder and more gentler to the environment and people. Laws that predate European arrival on our lands and have survived colonialism versus the colonial laws founded on racist doctrines dependent upon excessive use of force to implement its agenda. The colonizers still trying to silence our voices, but we will not be quiet. We will not tolerate any longer the acts of violence committed by policing authorities on behalf of their corrupt politicians or corporations, and on behalf of Canadian citizens. For the Kanienkehà of Kanienkehà, our struggle to protect our homelands is much older than 300 years. For over 3 centuries, our people have been criminalized for defending our lands from the theft and our people's safety and well-being. For over 300 years, we have been denied access to and the enjoyment of our lands, our fundamental human rights violated through racist colonial laws. This past summer, Kanienkehà land defenders endured racist attacks by the town of Oka, conducting illegal archaeological digs, selling Kanienkehà homelands in spite of a lawyer's letter telling Oka and the developers that they had no right to sell land that does not belong to them. The federal government refuses to intervene to maintain the status quo of land theft, while the government of Quebec pushes through its blatant support of it. But Canada is not finished.
stealing our lands through their energy and economic agenda. They have allowed one of the most dangerous industries to exist through subsidizing rich oil and gas companies. Resource extraction upon Kanienkehà. However, our obligation is to uphold our own Indigenous laws so that the children and youth, as well as future generations, have a fighting chance to survive climate change.
And so we cannot give up. We must endure hardships as our ancestors whose resiliency and strength has been passed on to us in our DNA. We must resist in order to exist. We are tired of being criminalized and having our voices silenced by government propaganda. So today's demonstration is the manifestation of the inherent resiliency of spirit which Indigenous peoples hold inside, and we will not tolerate the abuse nor fall for the empty promises and flowery speeches. We cannot tolerate the hypocrisy of Canada, and we should not go to their courts to have our human rights to self-determination protected. We have witnessed the hypocrisy of Canada's court system and its justification of land dispossession, land theft, and the use of force to protect corporate interests. We demand that Canada and all Crown actors respect the rights of Indigenous women and their families to uphold the standards, international human rights obligations. We must have full and effective participation in discussions that affect our rights and our land rights, which are interconnected with our rights to self-determination. We must work to implement a decolonized relationship with settlers, using frameworks like the UN Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, along with our own Indigenous laws and constitutions. We must insist that Canadians and Indigenous leaders learn from the past, read the numerous commissions and reports that would educate all levels of society, including politicians, on Canada's colonial history, so that we may move forward and not continually make mistakes of the past. We therefore urge Canadians and Quebecois to pressure their governments to resolve the issue peacefully and for their governments to take responsibility for the creation of this conflict. We demand an immediate cessation to all development activities across Canada. We demand Canada and Quebec immediately halt the land fraud that has allowed speculators like Gregoire, don't speak French, Bolin and Lecolin Doka to appropriate more land for their own greedy interests. We demand an immediate cessation of all development in the town of Oka's plan to once again claim Kanienkehà pines, a forest that Oka wanted to cut down in 1990 and now supposedly want to protect under their bylaws. We in Kanienkehà stand with all of our relatives across Turtle Island in opposing the degradation of our homelands, water, and all our resources. We demand an end to the violence upon which colonization depends upon to succeed. We support the Wet'suwet'en Nation, the Mi'kmaq lobster fishermen, the 1492 land back lane, of which the Haudenosaunee fight and which the Haudenosaunee of Kanienkehà find themselves in as well. We stand with the Anishinaabe of Pigon fighting to protect the moose. We stand with our relations fighting the tar sands and pipelines in the west, including the tiny house warriors and all Indigenous people on Turtle Island. We must continue to resist in order to exist. Thank you to everyone who is standing with Indigenous peoples. Nyawen, thank you to all who have supported the people in Kanienkehà all these 30 years. And then wishing you all peace, health, and safety.
Yeah, 30 minutes. Rush hour. Yeah, I don't expect for me to get my house. I usually leave at exactly 8. And I still have like, yeah, I still have like 2 hours. Oh, yeah.
All right, we also have another statement that we want to read, just in recognition that we don't have any folks from Wet'suwet'en or Gidimt'en or Secwepemc here. Well, Celeste is our family, but just in solidarity with all of that as well. It's of course like really difficult for the folks out there right now, even trying to get in touch with folks like Kanienkehà and the Tiny House Warriors on the land. It's really difficult, so just in showing solidarity with them, we also want to read a statement that they put out recently as well. So this is sort of on behalf of this thing is like literally soaking wet, so I'll do the best that I can. So this is a recent joint statement from Secwepemc and Gidimt'en land defenders. So pipeline companies threaten violence to communities, salmon, and wildlife with drilling under sacred headwaters. In the past few days, we have seen Indigenous women interrupted during ceremonies in both territories and arrests and incarcerations in Secwepemc territories for enacting their sacred responsibilities. The Trans Mountain Pipeline weaves through over 900 rivers and creeks, threatening both Thompson and Fraser River systems. The North Thompson is connected to the Adams River, a vital spawning habitat for Chinook, coho, and pink salmon, and home to one of the most important sockeye runs in the world. Any leakage would immediately threaten the Pacific salmon who spawn in the Thompson and Fraser River basins. In an open letter to the Prime Minister dated November 26, 2016, late Secwepemc leader Arthur Manuel wrote to Trudeau, "The salmon in the rivers they inhabit have taken care of our people for centuries, and we are obligated as Secwepemc people to protect the Thompson River system for future generations." In this, the Secwepemc stand in solidarity with the Wet'suwet'en people who have been fighting to protect Maurice River from pipeline incursions for over a decade. Wet'suwet'en means people of the lower drainage, and Wet'suwet'en people's lives are inseparable from the life of the Wet'suwet'en River, which we have protected for thousands of years and which has in turn fed us and governed us through our hereditary leaders and knowledge keepers. Molly Wickham from Wet'suwet'en states, "At this time, our rivers, the lifeblood of our nations, are facing drills, toxins, and invaders. Indigenous people are standing up to state violence, big industry, and corporate greed for the future of all of humanity, of all life on our Yinta. We stand with our Secwepemc relatives in their struggle and ask all Indigenous peoples and our allies to stand for the salmon, the clean drinking water, the animals, and our future generations. We will not let them kill us. We will always be here." Over the last 2 decades, we have witnessed the dramatic decline of our salmon as a result of toxic, extractive, and urban development on our territory, as well as fish farms, invasive species, and climate change. These pipeline expansions pose the most direct risk yet. The drilling alone threatens not only salmon spawning habitat, but the balance of the entire ecosystem and food chain they rely upon. The sockeye are tenacious, fighting their way thousands of kilometers upstream from the Pacific Ocean to reach their spawning beds in Secwepemc territory. Wet'suwet'en joins the Skeena and runs through the canyons out to the Pacific Ocean. We cannot risk putting any more obstacles in the salmon's way. Our traditional land users and stewards, those who exercise our right to hunt, fish, gather, and practice our culture, are the ones who truly understand the potential impacts of the pipeline. It is these members of our nations who will feel the effects of the pipeline on our rights and our food sovereignty most acutely. It is these members who have authority over our lands, and the Government of Canada has failed most. When we protect our rivers from invading industries and insist on our rights to hunt and fish on our territories, we are criminalized, harassed, and jailed. In Secwepemc territory, there were 5 arrests, and 3 Indigenous land defenders were sentenced to 28 days in jail recently. By refusing to seek the free, prior, and informed consent of our people, and instead opting to sign deals and arrangements with a few of our federal Indian bands, the Government of Canada has undermined the authority of the proper rights and title holders of Secwepemc territory and the Wet'suwet'en Yintah.
Hello, hello. Check 1, 2, check 1, 2. How's everybody doing? It's getting chilly, isn't it? Getting a little cold. Warm your asses up. Everybody from the west to the east, put your hand in the air and scream. What are we screaming about? We're fucking turn it off, that's why. Too much bullshit going on from east coast to west. Big Moggy, all the way through Unistones, Wet'suwet'en, in between, everywhere. There's problems. My name's Quentin Kondo. I'm from Kanienkehà. I'm a hip-hop artist from over there, so excuse my language, sometimes I go off the bin. I don't really care, though, because we've got a lot of reasons to be angry. We've got a lot of reasons to be sad. But holy Christ, our ancestors paved the path for us to have a lot of reasons to be proud.
scream real loud. I'm Q052. All right, I'm over here. I come over here from Sherbrooke right now. I'm from Kanienkehà on the East Coast, a Mi'kmaq community in the Gaspé Z. And I'm here with my little cousin, Shauna, right over there. And two great allies from Sherbrooke, they're right over there. Really great friends. So we drove over here, took about 3.5 hours, but I had good company, so it was all right. I'm going to talk a little bit longer, just sort of break the sound and whatnot, because we're trying to hold this down for a little bit, right? Yeah. We've been waiting a long time for justice. It's all right if we make them wait a little while to drive around, right? Yeah, why not? We're allowed to do that. You know, there's a lot of issues, but there's issues with systemic racism, institutional racism, straight out fucking racism. We look at the problems, we see there's a lot of problems, but there are solutions that these places, these institutions, these governments can help fix these problems, right? There's solutions. So the first way you're going to solve any systemic racism is within their fucking systems, right? Because they have these school systems in place that are supposed to be educating people. Well, how about they start fixing it right there? We've been fighting on the East Coast with the lobster fisheries since 99, 2000. Before then, it's just we managed to take it to court at that time with the Donald Marshall Jr. case, okay? And since then, it's been 21 years, and we're still fighting over lobster. The violence coming down is unreal. 21 years since Donald Marshall Jr.'s case was won at the Supreme Court of Canada. And these people are violently attacking our people, burning their boats, burning their towns, burning everything around, right in front of the RDMP. Our women defend their land and they're getting shot by rubber bullets. They're getting arrested and they're held with snipers watching them. Our people are fishing, exercising their rights, being attacked by 200 non-native people while the RCMP sit there and take notes. But that problem, those people who are attacking our people are uneducated, not us. We know our rights. You know, we're well versed in our rights and our issues. It's their people who are uneducated. They got to start teaching their own people. It's not always our responsibility to walk over here and educate them. We have to hit the streets and educate them all the time. Systemic racism, they have the systems in place. They got to take the responsibility to systemically erase the racism. If we take our kids and have them learn the national anthem, the Canadian bullshit national anthem, when they're 5 years old, well, Jesus Christ, they can learn the fucking honor song too. About time they start teaching our history, the first people's history, okay? Right from the time they're little children. That's how you systemically erase racism. That's their responsibility to do it. And they have to do it. It all starts with the education system. And sometimes we have to educate the educators. And those people that are sitting in those fucking buildings right over there, okay, we need to take those guys and hold them accountable. They're responsible. They're uneducated. They were never taught about us. And those are the people sitting there making decisions regarding us. Something wrong there. So we really need to fix that. We need to push for that. We know what the problems are. Solutions are taught. And those people need to take more responsibility onto them. So I just want to share my thoughts. We have to go back to Sherbrooke tonight. I'm not sure if they're going to arrest our asses as soon as we walk down there. But we have to take out the trying. So I just wanted to say, Walalio MSET Gwen. Thank you very much. I'll see you guys again. And keep up the good work and keep on educating people.
Just want to make a quick announcement. For some of us are asking that all the Algonquin and the Pekiwewin folks who are here, if you're from our community, Kanienkehà GB or Pekiwewin or Rapid Lake or Lexington, Kanienkehà, Pekiwewin, Winnoway, Temiskaming, if you're here, come meet with us over here. Just folks from our communities, please. We want to have a quick chat. So if you're here, come on over.
That's you.
Yeah, be safe. Another quick announcement. If we can have all the organizers from Justice for Africans to please come join us here. And any other Black organizers here that are working in Ottawa, to please come join us here. Yeah, we're going to go over to the side and have a quick conversation. But just asking for any organizers from Justice for Africans, any other of our Black organizers here.
Hello everyone, my name is Janelle. Who is here on Wednesday protesting? Make some noise! Just while they're having a conversation, as a comedian and producer, just want to entertain you a little bit. I do have a song that I love to sing to people. It was featured in Reader's Digest, October 2020. My name is Janelle and I run the show called Gotland. It's a comedy show. But I have a song I like to sing. Even though I'm going to be out of tune. We'll do a group exercise. I'll sing a part that I want you to follow after, okay? Now everybody knows the song from Woody Guthrie, This Land Is Your Land, right? Yeah. Well, when I was a little girl, I changed the lyrics because it did not make sense to me. It's like, who are you talking to? So, you're going to start. So, I'm going to say one line and then I'm going to get you guys to do one after, alright? This land is my land. This land is my land. This land ain't your land. This land ain't your land. You pretty much stole it. You pretty much stole it. Right out of our hands. Right out of our hands. You made my people. You made my people. Sign a treaty. Sign a treaty. That we didn't fully understand.
thank you guys so much. You don't have to follow this one. As I went walking down the highway of tears, I saw my ancestors and I swallowed all my fears. I looked behind me, there's the RCMP. Ma'am, this is private property. No, because this land is my land. This land ain't your land. You pretty much stole it right out of our hands. You made my people tired free. That we fully understand. Yes, I'm looking at you, cop. Now be like that. Thank you guys so much. I know, I'm a big ball from Secwepemc, Nova Scotia. Yes, and I'm angry, and I'm frustrated, and I'm mad. But I have my people here. Everyone here, you're surrounding me. I feel your energy. I feel your spirit. And the Creator is looking down at us, and He's like, let's make a change. Thank you guys so much. Please cover your kids' ears for 2 seconds. Back in Nova Scotia, these guys, they're telling us how to fish. But the only fish that I want them to be doing is getting this fish right here. No, man. The only thing you should be catching is this heart, right? Sorry, I'm lonely. Anybody dating during COVID? Thank you so much. I'm happy I made you laugh or just trying to keep warm here. Thank you guys so much. We love it. Cool. So that was awesome. I love that. Yeah. So today's been a long day. It's pretty cold out. So I just want to say thanks for everyone to come out. We're probably going to be closed. We're going to be wrapping up soon. And we're going to try to do our best to do this in a good way. So I'll just keep talking until I get word, until what that looks like. Yeah, the one thing about these sort of protest things, especially when it's run by you just kind of go with the flow, It really be like that. Like I said, my parents were residential school survivors, and one thing that my family has taught me is that yes, family is really important, but a lot of it's intergenerational trauma that has to be navigated, and as best as we can do it, we have to do it as a community, and that's where we heal, and that's where we move forward with whatever we want to see. As people, we're taught in my culture, for my culture, I was taught that we're all super powerful spirits. We all have this magic in us. And this magic connects us to the land, it connects us back to the spirit world, and it connects us with our ancestors every single day. In this teaching, I was taught that you do everything, and you walk your path in a good way, the way you would to protect the next 7 generations. Whatever actions you do affects the next 7 generations, and then whatever generation after you they do the same thing. So it's an ongoing cycle of this growth and healing. And I just want to say thank you for walking this path with us. And we're not just doing this for our generation. We're just the one behind us, or after us. But the next 7 generations to come, and for so many generations more. So I just want to say, give yourself a round of applause for being here. I'm going to give a round of applause to the organizers that worked really hard. give a quick round of applause for all the speakers. And another round of applause for all the drummers and singers. And you know what? Let's do one really, really big round of applause for our ancestors. For Indigenous ancestors. So we're going to do a song.
It's hard to recognize, the size, but definitely been in
Okay, so we're going to close off with a song. If anyone wants to come and sing with us, please come forward. Don't be shy. Don't fight. At least not the allies. So with this song, traditionally, we are facing east. So we're gonna be, if I could get everyone to face towards Verendrye. Which everyone's been coming out. We're gonna start walking back towards Parliament now. So, I guess we're gonna get back into formation, huh?
Time for a quick battery change.
But we're gonna keep the rope on the bridge. So, keep the rope. Yeah. I'm not good at this the first time, but you know what I mean?
We're just going to circle around Ottawa.
And don't touch the cups, they're empty. They're really empty, okay? So energy's gonna go on, be careful. And I crush them all. And I love you all. Can you watch the bus? Again, if you walk to the back with your car, touch the front. And bye-bye, love you.
Okay, you know how they do that, but you talk.
Oh, I think that's the end. Now, my back is sore. That was awesome. Definitely worth spending the afternoon.
I never have any clue who to send these to. Do you know who to send these to for this?
There's a Facebook page that I saw that I got the link to come here from. That was... Let's see here. One second.
Solidarity Ottawa?
I think so.
Okay, cool. Yeah, they're pretty sick. I'll post your stuff. Nice guys.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I did a live stream the whole time. Actually, it's still going.
Yeah?
I'm about to shut it off.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's the first time I managed to live stream using my DSLR.
Yeah. What do you have? Is that a D50?
Canon 90D.
90D.
Yeah, it's here, I'm going to shut it off. Thanks everybody for watching.